Okay. I'm trying something. I don't know what this means or what this is. I don't have a logo or anything to go with it. I'm just like, I'm up and I have some energy. And I thought, okay, let me do something. Is this JLJ this evening? I don't know. I'm James Lott Jr. I'm going to set up the descriptions and stuff and see if anybody comes on. It is almost 10 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like sitting going, what is this going to be? And I do have people, I do have international followers. So I guess there'll be some folks who are, I don't know, somewhere else. I'm literally setting this up as we speak. Don't know what this is going to be. Um, and it's nighttime, so it could be a JLJ this morning companion at night. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes tonight and how I feel about it. Am I recording? I'm recording. Okay, I'll make sure I'm recording. I've done that before. Let's see, is anybody here? Let me look see if is there anybody here. Oh, no. There's no one here. I'm very curious. I've never really been on YouTube at nighttime, like late night. I mean, I've been on YouTube to look for stuff and go down rabbit holes. But does anybody have a live show late at night? I don't know. Everybody does it during the daytime, but I said we're all it's like this. YouTube's a universal thing. So I'm like, I see things early in the morning, of course, but I'm like, is it nighttime? I know my lighting's horrible right now. So I don't want all these bright lights on because it's all right, it's warm here in LA. It's 71 degrees still at 10 o'clock at night. Um, but I was trying out a concept because I don't really do. I was talking to Flo about his late night show after hours, and I know 10th Floor has their new show late night tonight or something like that. And I used to do Talk a Lot with James Lott Jr. on IG every night at 10 p.m. And we had a great following there. So I know on IG there are folks there. But I'm just trying this out. I'm not even sure it's going to become anything. I get really busy sometimes at night, so I can't do so. But right now, I don't have any recordings or anything, so I'm not really as busy as I normally am. But tonight I'm here, so I'm like, I have JLJ this morning. I have daytime today. But I was like, I don't have any night programs. I have a couple of shows I've released later in the evening. I'm trying to evolve this channel and stuff. So, I'm like, and most channels have morning, afternoon, evening programming, which I do. I have weekend programming, I have weekday programming. We always talk about after dark, and it is after dark. And some places are already 1 o'clock in the morning, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know, but I'm like, let me come on here and just see if anyone shows up. If they don't, then that'll be my notice that it might be. Well, I didn't. Well, I have to say I have not promoted this. Of course, I said I have a logo or nothing. Haven't promoted it or anything like that. So I have to be fair about that part. But I'm just wondering if anybody because there are folks who are hanging out on YouTube. There are folks who follow me, get notifications. I'm curious if anybody's up. Oh my god, this is so funny. Because tomorrow morning, I have to get up super early, put myself together. And here's something funny. Okay, I'll tell you a little story. So if you're watching this later, I'll tell you a little story. So I leave in 2 days. I leave Wednesday afternoon for the long awaited vacation. If you were with me on Sunday for 9.5 hours, then you know I did my telethon to raise money. Then you know that I was about that. And I want to thank Carrie Miller, who gave money today. Thank you. I might thank her person, but now I thank her online, because you can still give money to my fund. I do Cash App, PayPal, Zelle. My Zelle is fixed, and Venmo. They're underneath this video. Also, I have the Zooms for September and October, so you either sign up for the Zooms, and that money still comes to me, or just contribute to my funds, and it's anything. There's Nathan. You're the first person for the first time I've ever done this, Nathan. Hi, Nathan Banks. I was just explaining you were on the other day, just explaining my situation. So you can still give money to my fund. So they're underneath this video. Sign up for a class or just give money. Some folks give super chats. I get those after my trip, and so that's fine too. I'll take it. That's fine. Trust me. I mean, it's all. I don't need money when I get back, so that's great too. But I'm looking for cash to help me get around on my trip while I'm there and eat, and just little basics. You want to have some money on you and have basics. So that's why I was here the other day, and I'm still accepting that. So thank you to all those who gave. But I did that. So now today I had to handle something. So I live amongst against two alleys. I hate it, but that's just how our property is. Of course, as many of you know, I have a garden. I grow lots of vegetables and trees and flowers and cactus and stuff, which I love. So I'm trying to cover up the alley so you can't just look into my yard. And the backyard is fine. It's perfect. I have bougainvillea trees, everything. But now the front half of the yard, I've been using trees to grow and plant them, and they're starting to do their job. Well, some of the trees branches went over into the alley. We have a sign that's part of the city of Inglewood, and it just goes right. So I get that. It's a little too much. So they fined us and said, actually, if you clean it up, then we won't charge you the fine and whatever. I had somebody come out. We paid like $1,500. We had somebody come out, and they did it. Was in the heat. We chopped everything down, all the stuff down. They come back saying we didn't do nothing, and now they want to up the fine, take us to court if we don't cut the trees. Like we did. I have pictures of before and after and everything, and they won't tell us exactly what they want us to cut. So today I had my tree cutters come, and I had to guess kind of what they could be talking about. So they came out and did that. And so they said, once you talk to them, if they still say you didn't pass, we'll come back out and do it. So my whole thing is to be out, because they won't knock on my door. Inglewood's so fucked. They won't knock on my door. They won't let me know they're here. They couldn't promise any of that. So I'm like, okay, I blocked the whole day out. I'm gonna get up in the morning, get my coffee. I'm gonna work in my garden, sit outside, and they always come usually in city cars. I'm going to see whoever car that is that stops in that area to look at it. I'm going to run over to them and ask to talk to them. I'm like, I am going to really look at them and say, okay, this is the second. I'm going to tell them this is the second time we've chopped all this stuff down. You're telling us we didn't do nothing. I have pictures by before and after pictures. But I had somebody come out. I had somebody come out again yesterday and do more chopping back. And I'm just like, we've been here 50 years, never had a problem before. I don't think it's raining now. I don't know what's going on. I want to find out, is this acceptable? How we have, if not, tell me exactly, point at the spot so you think are not acceptable. And I'll have them come right back out. And they say they come back out the next day, like Wednesday, and they'll handle that. So because we don't want to go to court, we don't want any fines, we want to make sure we're in compliance. And so I'm going to be out there spying. And if it takes all day long, that's fine. I'm thinking it's city. So 9 to 5, 8 to 5, 7 to 5, 8 to 5, something like that. So I'm planning to get up at 6 in the morning and then at 7, like be out there and ready. Now, if they come before 6, I will be shocked. Shocked. But I'm going to sit out there all day. I don't care. I'm going to be out there all day. I'm working in the garden, sit outside, I can read. I'll bring my phone. We're going to be out there. I'm going to make sure I find somebody. I am praying they come in the morning. I have to waste my whole day. So I have to run like 2 errands before I leave town. I could do them Wednesday morning. That's not a hard thing. But I'm going to try my best. So I'm going to sit out there. I have a seat. I'll have my coffee, I'll have my phone, I'll just do some work in the garden, get it all ready, and just and wait for them to show up. So when they show up, run out there. And so pray for me, wish me luck. I hope it works out that way because I think the city, they just want money from us. That's all it is. If they want to harass us, they want money from us. I know it's a racket, it's a scheme. I'm sure it is. So I'm gonna beat them at their own game. I'm gonna say, okay, tell me exactly what you think is wrong. Because I'm like, we spent all this money and I have before and after pictures, and you're telling me it wasn't enough. So, and then you won't tell us exactly what needs to be cut. Like, it's just, no, we're not gonna tell you. I'm like, it's just, I dealt with also my doctor, they offers to say too, and it's just dumb. So I want to say hello to Matt Litchfield. Of course, you're awake. Of course. This is something new, Matt. I'm trying something out. It's called JLJ This Evening. I don't know if it's going to turn into anything. I have no idea. I'm just like a fact-finding mission. I might do a couple of these and see on different nights and just see what happens. I have no idea. So you and Nathan and one other person are watching me. I have no idea who the person's watching me. So we'll see. I never come on this late. So the other thing I deal with is just dumb is my doctor. So they gave me a PIN number and said, okay, you can go online and set up your information. And the PIN number is specific to me, so it's my information. It populates the stuff. So it has all my medical, like just my medical numbers, all that kind of stuff. But you have a section for appointments. So I get that you said that you ask for an appointment, you can do all this stuff, and then they call you. They tell you that we'll wait for your confirmation or call you to confirm. That's what I get. But I don't know. I've noticed in that section where it says upcoming appointments, when I had appointments scheduled, it doesn't show up, doesn't populate. So I asked the chick on the phone what that is. She's like, oh yeah, it doesn't work. I'm like, then why is it up there? She starts to chuckle. She's like, I don't know. They should that section shouldn't be up there. I'm like, this is how antiquated our world is. It's like you have a web designer. You can't just say, hi, take this section off. I don't understand the world anymore. I don't. It's just so lazy. And the website is so basic. It's by covering California. It's basic as fuck, which is fine, I guess. But literally, you're telling me you can't, you just can't be bothered. You just can't be bothered. Got it. It makes no sense to me. So I'm seeing just things that are going on. And you're like, okay. So I had to call in, set an appointment. Because I did. And also, here's the kicker too. On this thing that I give, the choices I give, she has no record of it. She types in my number. It's like, I have no record of it. So I have to start anew and tell her when I'm available. Crazy. Also, another news: my brother JR got his car window fixed. If some of you guys know that a week ago, he got, it got broken into because there's this TikTok challenge on Hyundais and Kias, and so now he's parking it. He parked it here tonight for the first time. I know he's not sleeping. I mean, it's only 10 o'clock now, but I know he's not going to sleep. I know he's going to be so worried. Even I'm a little worried, a little nervous. We're hoping they don't do nothing. He's like, but you're leaving. And now I'll be one of those person. I'm like, yes, I'm leaving. I'm not staying here because of your car. That ain't going to happen. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm sorry. You chose to have a car. You got to deal with it. I got to get the fuck out of here. So I pray for him that nothing happens and that nothing goes wrong with his car. That's the last thing we need because it's just windows are expensive. And so hopefully these people will move on to something else. Because we just do not, I don't need that. It's expensive. These Ubers and Lyfts are expensive. Technology, the computers used by medical staff and hospitals is horribly behind that of home computers. What's funny, Matt, is I've been in so many hospitals in the last 9 months. I am seeing difference at different hospitals, actually, too. I'm seeing the look of the computers. I'm a former nurse, so I do know That's how it's used. And I was going at Cedars-Sinai, which is our uppity scale hospital. My aunt was there, where everything looked new and shiny and bright and almost like my iMac, bunch of iMacs and everything. At Kaiser, but my other family, my mother and them were, it was all like it looked like it was apples from 2000. I was like, where's the green one? Where's the purple one? Like there was an old ass Apple IIe's and Apple IIc's at them in there. I was like, what is going on here? Doing MS DOS or whatever. I was like, ooh, you can see the difference. And I had a chuckle on that one. So Matt, you are correct on that. I'm like, ooh, that's some crazy stuff. So yeah, so it's I just don't even know. I don't even know. So I can tell you already. So I'll tell some of you guys already who gave money. So a lot of that money you did give. We raised about $400. That I could take. I raised about $50 in super chats, right? But a majority of that went to my hotel stay. So thank you very much. So now I can get there and come home, and now I have a place to stay. So thank you very much for your help. I have a little bit left over for some other stuff. We'll figure that out. But if you want to give folks, you can still for that. Every little bit counts. But I was like, at least I had a place to stay. That was my main. Well, that scared me. Because it's nighttime, all kind of things happening over here. So I was like, good. I was like, I got that because hotels are expensive. And I picked one that wasn't. I did my best, and Kansas is everybody knows where I'm going. I decided I'm gonna let everybody know that's where I'm going. One of the places I'm going to several places. That's one of the places I'm going. There is it's all like one big circle. So wherever you stay, it's fine. So I was like, okay, buy souvenirs. I like souvenirs. I need more money for that, for souvenirs. It's like I need money to eat and get around. There's one person I'm seeing who has a car. Don't know how good their car is and how much time they have available. So we'll see. My mother, of course, like, I got these coupons to Big Lots. She's like, go to Big Lots. I'm like, I don't have that kind of money to go shopping. But I will be going to Price Chopper and Hy-Vee, the grocery stores, to do a little walkthrough. I love going to grocery stores, and they have things we don't have. So I'll be doing that for sure. I'm doing Bob Evans breakfast. I'm doing that for sure. And I'm doing some barbecue. So those are a couple of things I'm doing for sure. But we'll see. We'll see how I'm good at stretching a dollar. So we'll see. And things, well, it's been a long time, but if I remember correctly, things are cheaper outside of California and New York. So we'll see. I went to wash my hair at night, but I just didn't. I didn't feel like doing it. I got his hair. I'll do it later, but I'll do it tomorrow. So if I remember correctly, things are cheaper. So we'll see how it goes. It's crazy, but yeah. So I'm excited, and I'm going to another location in Northern California, and I don't need a hotel there because I'm staying with my niece and nephew. So I'm gonna stay with them, and that's gonna be fun. So I have a couple of places. I'm going to 2 very different places over the next 2 weeks. So and both places will be nice and relaxing. It'll be good. So I like, and luckily I'm not eating like I used to, but I am going to have, I've decided where I'm going to have some stuff. And I found there are Planet Fitnesses everywhere I'm going. I looked up there, like literally everywhere. And I have the black card, the black card. And that will get me in anywhere it says I want to be. So I should look at I think I'm all caught up, my black card. Films 55555. You were a person I was shocked didn't come through on Sunday. I was like, there's some people I just thought for sure, because I was on for 9 hours, that you would have came through, and you didn't come through. So you must have been busy on Sunday. Oh, it must have been elsewhere. But I was like, yeah, there's a couple people I'm like, I'm not for sure they would come through and see that I was on. But I see you tonight. Tonight, I don't know what this is. I'm testing it out. There's 6 people watching, so 6 people. I just know for some people it's really late night. Like Matt, I know it's late for you. I don't know what's going on, but I'm like, let me test this out. And at nighttime, you can talk about different things you don't talk about during daytime. Also, where my Planet Fitness? I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, blinking out. There we go. So that's still good. I just want to look at my information. Well, I'm good. I'm good till the 17th. Okay, good. You was working. Yeah, so I figured I was on for 9 hours, 18 minutes films. Like everybody came through. I had Tony Moore on my show, and some of the fans were on my show, and DC Soap Sanctuary came on, and Candace Mack was on the show. Maybe we had a lot of people on the show. Amanda was like, I could have came like Amanda. You told me you couldn't make it for my shows because you were doing something. So I said, that's why I didn't ask you. Like, it was kind of crazy. Matt, most of the locations have those hydrotherapy beds. I have used them before. I like them. They're interesting. I like them. So I haven't used them since I've been back, but when I was in part of Planet Fitness before, I've used them. So, but most of the locations have them, usually in the front. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, you saw the video later. Yeah, I'm like, there are folks who are watching the video. I'm like, it's 9.5 hours. People are watching. It's got a lot of views. I'm very shocked. There's a lot of views. So I'm like, okay. Like I'm just in shock. But yeah, most locations do. There's actually a lot of Big Lots locations. So I was like, okay, but there's all these Big Lots locations and fitness locations everywhere. I'm like, now I get there in the morning when I leave. So I'm like, you know what? I think I want to go straight to Bob Evans. Get my Bob Evans breakfast. That's I want to go. That's my first, like my first stop. And I'll know everything's gonna be okay. Even before I go to my hotel, I'm thinking, go to Bob Evans. I'm sure there's one near where my arm hurts. I had it. I stretch it out. I've been, my arm been a certain way for too long. But yeah, so you guys don't even know how excited I am to leave. I just can't wait. I literally can't wait. Well, get ready, films. More coming. There'll be more. There's gonna be a bunch of shorts and videos and stuff. I naturally film anyway, and so I was like, "It's your vacation." Well, I just naturally film anyway for my own records. I have my own records, and I share a lot on Snapchat with my family. My family's just Snapchat. My Snapchat's just my family. So I keep in touch with them, and I have to keep checking in with I still have to check in with my mother. I'm still going to have to check in and do something like that. It won't be a complete just like when I was on a cruise, I couldn't check on anybody. I was completely gone. And this time I'm gonna have to. This time I'm not completely gone, so I'm doing that. Well, that's the video. The video that I did on Sunday was my telethon. That's why I did it. This is a last minute thing that opportunity came my direction. Free transportation. I'm not flying, I'm taking a train. Free transportation there and back, and part of my hotel was paid for. So, but I had no money. I had to take care of my bills and all my other stuff around it. Being a homeowner, had some unexpected stuff happen. So I was like, okay. So I did a telethon. So I did for 9.5 hours, and I raised some money. So, and I've raised some money since then too. I've raised a little bit of money since then. So I always say people can give any amounts. I have the 4 forms of payment. You can send me money for my trip. And I said I'll be putting all kinds of content out because of it. So yes, I'm going on a mini vacation. So it's been 9 months of stuff. Always check in on mom. Well, for me, when I was on my cruise earlier, I didn't have to because I didn't have service. So I didn't. Look at Patreon. Up to my Patreon. I don't know what that question. I don't know what that question means. If you join my Patreon, the money that comes to me. Yes, the whatever tier you join, you have. can join me. Again, if that's what you mean, I don't know what they mean. But I was checking them on. Well, yeah, I have to check on her. I'm in charge of everything. I'm while she's still her primary caregiver, as she's still recovering from almost dying. So yeah, so that's why I gotta check on her. My brother's gonna handle what he can. He has to work full time, and I have a couple other people in place to try to do their parts. But I'm her primary care person. I have to help her with the finance, all the stuff. I do all that stuff. So even though I'm going out of town, I still call her every single day, check on her, see how she's doing. And so there's some cases, might be some text or whatever, but I believe at this stage she'll be okay without me for a week and a half. It'll be fine. I think she'll be fine. So I think that's your question. I hope that answers your question. And I do have Patreon, of course, $1, $5, $10, $20 tiers. I think you can also pick whatever amount you want. Patreon.com/JLJ. I would love people to join. More people to join. I have 27 Patrons. Towards your trip is available on Patreon. Well, it's available here. I don't have anything on Patreon I just announced it there too, I think. But it's on here. I have Zelle, CashAPP, PayPal, and and Venmo. Underneath this video, I can also tell you in the chat. I have how you can give money to me on those four. So it's available here or on my social medias. I think on Patreon, I may have mentioned it, but I don't remember if I didn't make a flyer or anything. It's just more of I'm on here talking about it. If that answers your question, possibly. Yes. And because on Patreon I do separate things on there. I mean, I post things I don't post anywhere else. So if you're on Patreon, you'll get content you don't get anywhere else. Or you follow me everywhere, you'll get all this stuff plus stuff on Patreon. That's my extra stuff that I give on there. And just like my buymeacoffee.com/JLJ, you can give money on there and then I'll get it. I think it takes 2 days and I get it. And that's fine. You can give money, you can buy me coffees on there. And then that can go towards my trip too, because it'll be deposited in my account the second day after it's given. So there's that too. But I've been doing it on this here on YouTube. I posted it on all my social medias, kind of like if you want to give that's what that telethon was all about. The telethon was that. So I have posted a telethon everywhere, of course, with the YouTube link. It's not on audio because the file's just too big. I'm trying to think of ways of chopping it up, I guess. I haven't decided that yet. We're going to do that and post it. But hopefully that answers a question. So, but if you're on my Patreon, chances are you're following me somewhere else. Yeah, I mean, I could post, well, you guys already know. I mean, I guess I could post on there. These are my 4 forms of if you want to give for my trip. I guess I can do that too on there, I guess. But a lot of folks, half the folks on Patreon actually help me out. They came to the telethon. It's so funny. And we have almost 400 people, 400 views. And so that's so crazy. But yes, this is a last minute thing. I'm very happy. I'm very excited. I just can't wait. I am ready to go. So yes, that's kind of the thing here. So, but yeah, I've been just here late at night, seeing what's going on. I got everything ready for tomorrow, and I'm getting stuff ready for tomorrow. I have how many shows tomorrow I got coming out? I have like 5 shows tomorrow coming out. It's crazy. And there's some good ones too. So I'm trying to get those out to everybody. Always putting content out, right? Content. I'm trying to organize everything. I did some really good interviews today with 2 very interesting authors. So I'm very excited for them. I'm gonna work on those probably tomorrow. My whole thing is this Yard Inglewood person. That's the first thing. And then when that's done, I can work on other stuff. It's just like, I hate being held hostage, so to speak, by government or by somebody coming over here and coming over. It's always that, they say between 9 and 5 and they come at 5, that kind of thing. Or they try to come before 9, you're like, okay, I'm not ready. Yes, I'm trying to see that. Releasing some, I'm setting up these videos to come out. Let's see. This is extra connections. Okay. Connections. I have some good shows coming out tomorrow too. Some good interviews. And then the SOS show with James Lott Jr., my longest running show besides General Hospital with Frank. And so Frank and I will be celebrating our 8-year anniversary October 1st. We'll come back and we're going to celebrate 8 years together. I'm inviting Lucretia Lyon. I'm inviting Carter Renata. I'm inviting all the former hosts. Some have come back for our anniversary shows. So some have come back. So we will see who comes back. They're all doing different things. So we'll reminisce, talk about things, see where they are at this point. I think I love it. So we'll see if they come back on. It'll be very interesting. But Frank and I have done this 8 years. And now we do Star Wars stuff too. And that's been very successful for us. We're like, this is really successful. We did a Marvel show that's very successful for us. The show was successful, but it was good for us. And I'm enjoying doing them. So I'm glad I'm able to do other shows other than soaps. My whole life is in soaps. I know for a lot of people, they know me, that's how they know me, and that's the thing. But I'm like, I rarely talk about soaps actually. My life is completely other things. Soaps are actually now a job for me for the most part. And there's times when like right now I have a show this weekend, so I'll be out of town. If the show isn't exciting, I might wait till I get back to watch it. I watched Your Hospital today, and I was kind of like, I don't know, some of the storylines I'm perplexed. I watched Bold today, same thing. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like, these soaps are just, I know we're during a dark time because right now it's not the regular writers, it's the FICOR writers. I know we're still, WGA, we're still on strike. It's a strange, these soaps is a strange time period. It's strange. And I'm living it here in LA. That's what's even crazier. It's so weird being here at night. I have 6 people watching. It's so weird being here at nighttime. I'm like, it could be kind of cool if I really work this out somehow. It's like I want to change my background or something. I don't know. I want to do something. This past week, for the first time, I watched the entire week of Days. It was largely because Vintage Country's coming. I haven't watched any of those episodes. I need to watch them at some point. I haven't watched any of them yet. All right, Films gave me a super thanks. Thank you very much. I'm gonna put that in the thing. So everybody there's only Matt on here. Thank Films for the super chat. That's perfect. Um, thank you very much. I'll be getting that super chat when actually in between trips. Then I'll be very good. No, yeah, I think I'll be getting in between trips. So thank you very much, Films. It's good to know. It's almost like I have a savings. I have something coming up. So that's good. So yay, Films 5 by 5. So yes. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yes, it's great. So yeah, I'll be getting that. I'll be getting that, yeah, because I get paid from YouTube around the 21st, 22nd of the month, of every month. And that's actually, well, actually, I'll be at my second location, but it'll come right in handy for that location. I did for August. And right now, September, I think we're halfway there, actually, for September. I think we're halfway there, or a little over halfway there. Yeah, because for August we hit it. We made it over on August. And August was what, a week and a half ago. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. So the other day, like I said, we got super chats. We got up to. Oh, actually, now with I got a super chat also today from Becky D. Thank you, Becky D. She gave me $20. So maybe we did it. Maybe we just did hit the quota. I won't know until tomorrow. I'll look tomorrow. But I think now I'm adding them up. I'm like, wait a minute. You're right, man. I think Films may have just helped me hit the $100 mark because you don't get paid. You don't get paid till after $100. So you have to make $100, then you get paid. But I think Films. I think you just actually helped me make it. I'm trying to add this up because Becky D gave $20 today also, and you gave 25. So that's 55. And then George gave 20. So that's 75. DC gave 20. I think yes, I think we're at $101 for this one. So we've hit the quota. So everything else we get from there, that'll be gravy. So I'm like, oh, funny. Okay, well, hello there. Thank you, Films. See, I came on late at night, and who even fucking knew, right? Who knew? See, JLJ this evening live has already been successful. Thank you, Films. And thank you to the 4 people who are watching and the 3 likes. I know, wish I was more exciting. I have nothing exciting. I mean, it was funny because I have more people in the morning and the afternoon. So I have more people to play off of and just like, but I'm like, this is late night. There's nobody, and Flobo's not in town, so I can't. He's on his way to Japan, so I can't even have him come on. Um, that is fun. This is funny. So I took your advice, Films, and posted it in Patreon. I just typed a regular post and said, I'm going on vacation after a long, hard year, which you guys all know about on Patreon, my life. And I just posted in there. So I took your advice, Films, and just posted a text thing. So that's good. And my email's not working right now. Let me see my email's acting up. Let's see what's going on there. Like, why won't it go back online? Oh, now it's back online. Okay. I guess I just had to touch it. I literally touched it and now it's back online. Oh my God, it's so crazy. Mm-mm. Yeah, literally, I touched it and then it worked. Okay. So I'm actually bidding for an upgrade on my thing here. So let's see if this works. Um, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. Okay, I'm back. I was trying, so I was almost fell for something, but I'm not gonna fall for it. I almost did. I almost did. And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. It's just okay. So yes, I need to have. I'm not drinking tonight because I want to be wide awake tomorrow morning. Because normally I'd have a drink. I have this giant Bold and the Beautiful cup that is from the Bold and the Beautiful they gave to me, and it's just it's juice and sparkling water. I could throw some vodka in it, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to start drinking. I want to drink when I'm on my vacation. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be fine. This water thing is good. Some people are watching. I said, people, you can ask me questions. Ask me questions. What do you want to know? What's good? What do you want to know? What's good? It's nighttime, late night. This is not planned. So now I have an idea. People, I might try this again another night too, late night, and see what's going on. There's more people. I don't. I'm glad for folks who are here. Thank you for showing up. I always just wonder, like I there's times I'm on a late night YouTube rabbit hole, but I've never seen a late night YouTube show. Hi Tracy Steve, I'll trade. Hey Tracy, you're up. Well, you're my time period. Like I'm looking down. Oh, there is somebody live streaming. She's doing open mic. I'm back to live stream. She has 6 people watching also. Nishi TV vlogs. I'm gonna open her up in a different tab. I'm just very curious. See what she's doing. I'll put on. She's from some country. I don't know what country she's from. There's 9 folks watching her. This is fascinating. There's 9 folks watching her. They're speaking another language. I don't know what. Tracy, I can't even tell you. I am so glad I'm going on vacation too. I can't even tell you the time. Well, I thought doing it at JLJ after dark. That was kind of the joke, right? So she's on. So she must be. I think she's from another country. So they must be. She's talking to one other person, but she only has 10 people watching. Okay, I was just curious. I was like, wow. I can't understand the message. How long do you think this Hollywood strike will go on? I have no idea. I thought for sure it'd be over by now. Clearly it's not. It's affecting everything and affecting my life. I can't have interviews. So I'm losing money. That's why I did a telethon. Like my friends, we're losing money. I can't have anybody on my shows. my shows are predicated on after shows and stars, like Henry Stars. It's like the dumbest thing on earth, but I support it completely. I support the WGA, SAG-AFTRA, everybody. I know. So there's JLJ. So here's the thing. So there's JLJ this evening, which could be any time in the evening, like after 6. Then JLJ after dark, that could be after 10 or after 11. And that could be more adult. I'll lower my voice like this. When I get early, okay, so Tracy, that's a great question. So I found out you can go online to any fast food place or delivery place and find out the nutritional facts. I was like, I think I want some Taco Bell because I can eat. Because I was thinking a Nachos Bel Grande. Simple, right? It's chips, their meat, cheese, some salsa, and then sour cream, right? I think beans too, whatever. That can't be that much cake. I'm doing calorie counting, and I'm thinking, okay, well, chips probably the bad part is chips, but the rest of the stuff, I would do no sour cream, we'll be fine. Well, it was like 710, whatever. I said Mexican pizza, like 710 calories by itself. I'm like, what? Taco Bell has a calorie counter, so you can actually. It's very specific and it's large. You just go in there. You can type in what you want and type in. It tells you the calories, and you can take things off, and it calculates it and tells you. You can add things on. You can mix and match. They have a thing called al fresco. You can get things al fresco, and it's really less in calories and better for you. You can check the sodium counts. It's like a science, and I had so much fun. So Tracy, what I got was because I'm trying to do calories. So and at that point, I'd only done like 600 calories, by dinner time, and that's just way low. I don't want to eat. I don't want. I mean, I was getting hungry too. I don't want to. I don't want to. I'm trying to lose weight the healthy way, and so my calorie count I want to have is I'm shooting for 2,000. I know 2,400 is regular men my age and size, and that's fine. So I try to go for around 2,000, 2,100. Sometimes I've gone low as 1,200 or 1,300, and that's pretty low. So the calorie count I did 3 Dorito Loco tacos. They're only 170 calories, and I took off the sour cream. And they're just basic. They're 170 calories, not big carbs. Then I got a beefy burrito with steak. The steak is actually cheaper, plus it's also protein. The steak is actually better for you than their ground meat. Again, no, I put more vegetables in it because you can actually add other thing in there. I put more vegetables in it and no sour cream and little cheese, and it was only 370 calories. So I literally did like 800 calories for dinner. So for the whole day, I think I've only done like 1,500 calories today. So it's like not even that bad. I was like, that's pretty good. So I had 3 local tacos and a beefy burrito, steak, and it filled me up, and it was good. And I ate that before 6 o'clock, so I'm good. Haven't eaten since. Just drinking lots of water and stuff, peeing all the time. But that was good. So yeah, so it's been very interesting. Trying to figure this out. I'll be back 1 second. Just need my back scratcher. Get my back. Oh, that's so good. But yeah, so it's like that was. So I only did like. So I've actually, in calorie wise, I've done really well. I haven't walked as much today though. I did a little bit, but not as much. That's the only thing. But yeah, I did that. It was really interesting just going on there. And that's how I found out about El Pollo Loco. They do grilled chicken, so that's always the best thing. But I've been looking on there because I've been wanting to see what is the better of the things to get from there. And so I found that their double avocado chicken salad is actually not that much in calories either. And so good. It's salad with a protein. You know, beans aren't bad for you. They're a protein also. A little bit of rice, not gonna kill you. I just don't do sour cream and not a lot of cheese. And I love vegetables, so that's fine. So, and my lunch today, to go back even further, I had some frozen meals here. It's the Atkins diet, which is very much protein. It was broccoli and beef. No pasta, no anything like that. Just broccoli and beef is so good. It's my favorite dishes. 5 minutes, it's good. You're good. It's so good. So I had that for lunch. That was only 310 calories per little serving. So I had two of those because I didn't have breakfast. So it's kind of like it's like trying to, and I also trying to eat my food out of my house because I'm leaving for like 2 weeks and only one stuff in the house is going to last. So yeah, so that's what I did. So it's very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Well, I try not to eat too late. So I do want if I want a snack, I get peanut butter or or cheese. Little slices of cheese, little slices of cheese. Might do that. I have a couple of those. I do have snack. I do have some snacks, and they're specifically 90 calorie, 100-calorie snacks. They're like Kellogg's has them. I have a few of them laying around. I'm trying to save them for my trip. Oh, oh my God, another super thanks from Films. Folks, Films is being generous tonight. So Films just gave another super chat of $10. Super thanks. Super thanks. Thank you. Late to the party. So thank you, everybody. Thank Films again. Thank Films again. That's great. Thank you. And everybody's commenting about me going on vacation. Like everybody knows I need to go on vacation. I've been so transparent with you guys. So thank you. So thank you, Films, again for the $9.99 again. So Films is giving me basically $35 tonight. Thank you very much. That will totally help me in my next trip, which is I leave on the 21st. And yeah, I leave on the 21st. And I come back on the 23rd. So I'm very excited. So thank you that. Beautiful Ashes, I just came on. Wait a minute, I've been on 52 minutes. It goes by, oh my God, it goes by so fast. It goes by so fast. I've been on 52 minutes. I did not know that. I was gonna say, I've been on 20 minutes. This goes by so fast. So Beauty, I'm trying something different. I don't know what this is yet. I know that 10th Floor podcast, they started a late night show. They're doing like pop culture stuff. I don't want to do that. And then Flowo had his after hours, which I missed so much. And he's contemplating bringing that back. And I'm just saying, there's some nights I actually have energy. I'm awake. And I'm just wondering if this could be something. It's called JLJ This Evening. I don't have a logo. I have nothing. I'm just like, let's see what happens. I don't know. They were talking beauty. We're also talking about JLJ After Dark. So I was saying I could create. Here's the thing. So I'd like to sit and talk to you guys. So you need shows that have that set up, right? I have all these other shows that are very specific, and those are fine. But these are shows I like to sit and talk to you. So JLJ This Morning is me in the mornings. I already have following. I already have a whole thing there. Daytime Today is kind of my afternoon show. It's basically daytime soap stuff, but I can talk other stuff on there too. So I have a daytime show. Well, every, channel has a prime time show, a nighttime show. So this could be this, from 6 to 10, that kind of show, 6 to 11, my chance to talk about stuff. Then there's JLJ After Dark. And that could be 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock on into the wee hours if I feel like it. And that could be, real adult talk. So I'm thinking about that. So I'm trying this out. I'm going to try this out a couple different nights. Tonight's Monday night. It's September 11th. So it's a little different. But I'm going to try this every night to just kind of see. So far, it's been successful for me. You guys, 11 people watching, 6 likes. I made $35 in super chats. I mean, I'm good. This is good. You guys are in here talking to me. It's good so far. So to me, this is a cute success. I just got to think about what kind of logo, I got to think about this, what this actually means. But it just reminds me when I did my late night show on IG during the pandemic. I came on at 10 o'clock, talk a lot with James Lott Jr. Those episodes are actually on here. You can look at them, some of them. And it was fun. We created a community, created a family, just like I did in the morning show. Create a family, create a community. Usual folks come through. It's fun. I love talking to you guys. I mean, this is part of my brand, apparently, that all my colleagues are like, James, we're not like you. You just come on and talk. I've had the gift of gab for a long time. So I guess I'm putting it to good use. I got to shave tomorrow too. I got to shave. I got to shave inside my head. I got all kinds of stuff tomorrow. And so I just luck out that way. And I do so many different things. I have so many different lives. I can talk about anything just about. That's kind of the fun part. So I'm thinking about maybe I should create something. And I'll do it I like JLJ, I'll do it every day. But do it when I feel like it. Have a show ready and do it when I feel like it. So I don't know. I'm seriously thinking about this. About this. I don't know. So I'm have to create something. I don't know. Like I said, normally if I didn't have to get up so early in the morning, I'll be drinking right now because I've been thinking about it. Or should I do a shot? Okay, here's the thing. Okay. If someone sends me it doesn't matter, any amounts for my trip, I'll do a shot. How's that? I've seen other folks do this. I'll do a shot. If someone, it could be $5, $10, $15, or whatever it is. If you contribute to my vacation fund, I'll go do a shot. Well, I'll do a poll first. You can choose which shot I do. How's that? And then we'll go from there. How's that? I'll try that tonight. I'll be open-ended. If you want to see me do a shot, I'll do a shot. I'll do a shot for money. One of my girls did that once, and they got drunk. She was like, but their price was like $50 would do one shot of this, $100 would do 2 shots of that, and a bikini. They're doing. I'm not doing no. I mean, I got my chest out a little bit. I'm not doing no bikini. But yeah, I will do a shot if someone gives me contributes to my my vacation. I take Venmo, CashAPP. I take Venmo, CashAPP, PayPal, and Zelle. It's all below the video, or I can type it in for you, whichever one you want. But I'm why not? It's nighttime, Matt. We gotta do things. It's nighttime. I mean, that could be something that could be a segment. That could be something I could do. That could be something I could be doing. Like a drinking game of some sort. But I was like, why not? I'll do it. I'm still get up at 6 o'clock. I'm still getting up in the morning, whether I'm drunk or not. I'm still getting up in the morning. Like I take that. That's so good. You gotta live a little, Matt, right? You gotta live a little. Right? So yeah, so if you do that, I will pick. My bar is stocked. I'll probably choose a whiskey, a rum, and a vodka. And you can then you can then they say, well, just choose one of the 3, and then I'll do a shot. I have some cute shot glasses too. Let me find a shot glass really quick, just in case somebody takes you up on the offer. I found one of them. I found one of my shot glasses. I found one of them. Michelle's like, she's all vodka. I got vodka. I do have that. So I found one of my cute. Rag and Bone is really popular. It's from New York. My daughter got me a cute set. It's like copper. It's like steel in the bottom. And so it's a nice size shot. This is a 1.5 milliliter. So this is so I have a shot glass, and then do that. So I know you love my deep polls. That's right. Oh my God, Tracy said this morning. That's right. You love my deep polls. I'll put this in. I'll pin it to the thing. If you contribute, I can't even spell. I can't even spell. I'm even drunk yet. Contribute to my vacay fund. I'll do a shot. There you go. So now I'm gonna pin that I'll pin that on there. These are really nice. These are really cute. I have 4 of them. So if you can choose my vacay fund, I'll do a shot. We'll see if anybody takes something up on it. It's so funny. Any amount doesn't matter. I'm not asking for a lot, so any amount you want to do is fine. So we'll see. We'll do that. So this could be. See, now you're helping me create a show. Now, you know what? It was really funny is that some of my shows that I've done, you guys did help me create. Some of my after shows, some of my audio dramas, the ideas came from the fans. Some of my shows, some of my Zooms have come from the fans. I listen to you guys. Should I listen to you guys? I don't care. I listen to all you guys. So I guess I should do this. So I'll put this in the chat. I'll put it in the chat. So PayPal is blakhopela@AOL.com. And then you got Venmo is James-Lott-7. And then CashAPP is blakhopela, which is Matt's favorite, blakhopela. And then Zelle, which I got fixed, should be fixed, is that. So those are the ways you can pay. And I'll do it. If you give us super chats or super thanks, that's a count. I'll still take them, of course. Thank you very much. But it has to be something I can use for my vacation in 2 days. I'm going on vacation in 2 days, a day and a half. So yes, so that's the thing. So we're trying something different, right? Ooh, and then I'm thinking of what could be the different games for. I have a wheel. I also have a wheel too. Maybe that could be my late when JLJ after dark. I put stuff on there, and you guys tell me what. And if I do certain things, I mean, I do want a bigger wheel though, Matt. I want a bigger wheel. That that wheel doesn't make me happy. That wheel's a bane of my existence. I want like a big wheel. I want a giant wheel. Now that I see it on here, I was like, I want to have a giant wheel next to me, and I can really spin it. So that's gonna be one of my next purchases. The giant wheel. I don't know about that. I like the wheels. I don't know if I like this nail polish. It blends into my skin. It's just copper. It's bronze. This one works. This one I'm not sure. I'm not sure about. The silver stands out better. I don't know. But I do like this brand, Sinful Colors. They're really cool. Oh my God. Because I have used it, Matt. I wonder. Because I finally did use it. It was hilarious. I've used it, I think 3 times when I get a prize. But yeah, you may have fallen asleep, wandered off, made dinner, whatever it is you do at your house. Because we find the first time we finally used it, everybody was busting up because it wasn't spinning well enough. So everybody's making fun of me when I did it. So when I actually finally used it, so we did use it. So I even think their names are still on the wheel. On the wheel, I still got a few prizes to still send out. I've been getting them out little by little. I still have a few prizes to give out to people. It makes me laugh that folks will just listen to me, have me on the background. So I mean, background, just have me in the background. I guess one person said they listened to the whole 9 hours when I was listening. The wheel's in the other room where my brother is. I don't want to bother him. Now it's late night, so I don't want to bother him for that. But at some point, I will pull out the wheel again. That wheel, Tracy, you don't understand. This wheel has been. I had it for months before I got it put together. That was the whole joke right there. Because it sat back in the background, unput together. That was the joke. And now, maybe they put it together, and then the joke was like, it's not working as well. I mean, they're nice, I guess. This is. I mean, I think I'm gonna wear this to the Midwest because it's not as flashy. I'll keep wearing this too. Everybody like the young kids like this one. They tell me how they like that one. But this one's bronze, and it's what's the brand for this one? This one's People of Color. It's the name of the brand. It's called Bronze Beauty. Not bronze. Let me see. There you go. It's called Bronze Beauty. It's cute. I mean, it's cute. It looks cute in the bottle. I'm just not feeling it. I have other polishes. Where are they? This is nail polish remover. This is right. Because I was doing purple for so long. I was doing purple, and this one's good. LA Colors. I was doing purple and stuff. My mom gave me some the other day too. I was like, no, maybe I'll change it. I have this color too. It's a pretty color. Some of these colors are really pretty. So I'm trying to decide. This is the color everybody liked on me too. This pale blue. And it was called, and it's a really bold color. Yeah, Matt, I know you like purple. You know I like purple too. So, but my silver one broke. So I gotta buy new silver. I gotta buy new silver nail polish. So if I'm out and about in Kansas, I'll get it. No, Beauty, you were on for a long time. You were a trooper. You were a trooper. You're one of the VIPs. KBL likes everyone's voice. Yes, because people tell me. People just say, Chandra loves these guys listen to you and fall asleep. And I was like, what does that mean? But I know what she means. No, Beauty, you were on for a long time. You and Andrea, Candace came on, never left. Tony came on, never left. Yeah, some of you guys were on almost the whole time. And Tony's like, now Tony Moore, my chocolate twin, is getting ideas, of course. Because we both like doing stuff like this. I'm fearless. I always just do it. And Tony's like, and Elaine's like, I should do it too. I go, just do it. But his life setup is different than my life setup. So I just do it and see what happens. I was hoping to help with the wheel get put together, but that was back in March. So I'm going, it almost feels like a lifetime ago because the majority of my craziness was from December to March. Well, actually, December to April. I was hoping because my mother was home by then. We were hoping in May I'd go on my trips. I was not going. I mean, it was just like but the hardest part of that. Oh God, it's like I remember like it was yesterday. I'll never forget it. Like I remember like it was yesterday. It was rough. Listening to someone in the background was good. It's like having radio on, right? Or talk radio. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm finding out. I'm like the Breakfast Club or Steve Harvey in the morning or Rick Dees in the morning back in the day. It's like just have people on in the morning, just by talking. I totally get that, actually. I totally get that. That helps me sometimes to sleep. I'll put on something, a podcast. I've been listening to the Jack and Will podcast from Will and Grace. And one night I had it on, I fell asleep to it. It was just like soothed me to sleep. I loved it. As we were going through all the episodes, it made me feel warm, fuzzy inside. So yes. Beauty, I promoted your business while we're on too. That's my thing too. I'm like, let's promote the businesses. If people are on here, they're going to see it later. Hopefully, they'll come to your Etsy and work it out. Actually, I should go and do it again right now. Let me go on IG. So I'm just like, we're kind of creating. I'm kind of creating shows. Like maybe that's also a segment too, is a segment on promoting businesses and people's stuff. Spectrum Celebrity Events, folks. That's something out there too. My messages. Now here's what's funny. I got people, everyone just for some reason wants to send me memes and stuff. I get so many that I can't keep up, and everyone's sending me something, and I'm like, and it's kind of crazy. Um, let's see, where'd you go? There you are. Okay, I'm going to. Yeah, I know who you are. You're like, it's Beautiful Ashes. I know who you is. Okay, so Beautiful Ashes has an Etsy store, and there it is. jewelsandcrafts.etsy.com. I might be buying something else from you, Beauty, for my mother again for her anniversary in October. So I'll talk to you. I'll look on there and talk to you about that. So that's you know, thing. And then Spectrum Celebrity Events, is it .com? What is it? May I put it in chat? They support people's businesses. This is 9 people watching, 9 people likes. Thank you very much. There is, oh, it's so funny. There is, I've been on 71 minutes. I've been on an hour and almost, I'm getting to an hour and a half. This is going by fast. This just seems too easy. It seems too easy. Now, if you're watching the, I should put a caveat. If you're watching this during the daytime, later, and you're like, James, I want you to do a shot. I'm contributing to you. I want you to do a shot. I'll still do it. I guess if I'm saying it here, I must be, you know, I guess I gotta say it there too, I guess. Wherever I'm at, I gotta find a shot and do it. Will and Grace is a classic. How did you feel about them doing their Will and Grace reboot for a short period of time? So I first saw the special they did for the election. I thought it was brilliant. All for Will and Grace is my favorite series of all time. So the first season, there you go. Spectrum Celeb, folks. Check them out. Check them out. I enjoyed it the first season. The second season, I enjoyed some of it. I think the third season was horrible. But I liked the first, I'll just say I liked the first 2 seasons the most. Thought they did a great job. They fell right back into their classic roles. They updated them, you know, good. It was good to see them, but the third season I didn't care for them. Maybe because of the baby storylines again. They're having babies. I'm like, what is that about? Why are they obsessed with that? Solid go. Well, you know, I know Darcel. The day I was supposed to interview Darcel. The day I was supposed to interview her, I got Bell's palsy in 2018 and couldn't talk. I had to cancel the whole thing. I just haven't rebooked her yet. It's been 5 years since I haven't rebooked her. I should rebook her. She has a very interesting story, Darcel. So thanks, Phil. I have to think about that. It's really interesting. Love Solid Gold. I remember watching it when it came out. And Rick Dees, I don't know what's going on with him. That's a good question. I grew up with Rick Dees in the morning. Disco Duck, all of that. I did a thing on Heine Wine. So it's funny. I did a video on Heine Wine early this year, and I got so much attention for it because Rick Dees introduced Heine Wine on his program. It was just all over the country, but for LA, so I bought it. I have a 40-year-old bottle of Heine Wine, and so I did a whole video on it. And the creator of Heine Wine contacted me. I'm gonna get him on. He's like, I'll do your show because I've been able to get my show. But I got people. So, oh my God, I worked with him. It's been wonderful. Some things come through. When I did my Dallas after show, I talked about Dora May, the Black person who worked at the Oral Barons Ball. Apparently her daughter-in-law was like, I know, I'm her daughter-in-law. I'm like, we should do an interview. Here's my email. I don't know from them either. I don't know. But yes, I love Rick Dees in the morning. Part of my whole love of radio came from Rick Dees in the morning. That was part of it. I had a lot of people I liked. But you know, we had Richard Blade in the morning. We did the New Waves on Carol Q, famous station here in Los Angeles. Mark and Brian, KLS. There were some folks I listened to, specifically KDAY. There are certain folks I listened to in the morning that were just like my staples. Wolfman Jack. Oh my God, the Countdown guy. Oh my God, Casey Kasem. They're all folks that made me want to do radio. I grew up wanting to be a radio star. That was my whole this TV video shit. That was not even in my thoughts. It was I wanted to be on radio. That was my, that's what I want. That's what I want to do. That was exactly what I want to do. Was radio. That's what I was all about. This other stuff came in. But yeah, I got Bell's palsy that morning. Didn't do it. Lott Jr. I'm trying something out. JLJ this evening. Could be a show coming. I don't know. I'm just trying it. You know me, I'm trying stuff out. I've already made some money from super chats. I said I'd do a shot if someone gives money towards my vacation. I'm going on vacation for the first time in a year because of all my family stuff. I'm leaving in 2 days. So I said I'd do a shot. The whole point is somebody sends me money, which I have the 4 ways you can pay me. Then we do a poll saying, do I do vodka, rum, or whatever? That's exactly what I said, Ronnie. I go, this is kind of like my IG lives. I talk a lot with Lott Jr. So I'm trying it out. I've been on 75 minutes. So who knew, right? I've been on 75 minutes and let people are watching, and I'm up late sometimes, and I'm on YouTube, just like going down YouTube rabbit hole. So we're having a conversation, and I was mentioning being a radio guy. So, and my first job was I was in radio. I was on radio. I had my own radio show, so I come from radio. That's my thing. So, yes. Well, Solid Gold dancers. It was Denny Terrio and all of them. It was Solid Gold and a lot of shows had dancing. And disco started all that shit. All that stuff. Doing that. Denny Terrio, all that kind of all that stuff. Yes. I saw Soap was on TV. Got very good. Soap. Yes, we were talking. Me and Cam talked about Soap the other day, right? We were talking about that on the show. So if I could bring back a soap net of sorts, I would do that. So yes, Tubi and Krakow, a lot of stuff. I have the Tubi act. I have the Krakow. I never watch anything on those things, but I'm sure I'll get to watch a lot of TV. That's part of one of my goals this vacation too, is to watch my streaming shows. And I'm so busy. I'm so busy. Yes, Casey Kasem, Wolfman Jack, right? I'm telling you, radio was at where it's at. It's like that's how me and Cameron Lewis connected. He was a radio guy, I was a radio guy, but we were TV hosted AfterBuzz, and we just like fell in love. And I was like, we kind of carried the radio mentality on our shows AfterBuzz. When I look back at my shows, it was kind of a radio. It's a radio. It was completely Al. It was completely. We were doing radio. We were doing radio with cameras on us. I totally get it. I think I'm a huge Drew Barrymore fan. Huge. I think this is wrong. I have stuck to my guns. There's certain things I'm not doing because of the strike. And so I would never cross the picket line. I think she's wrong. I'm highly disappointed in her. Highly. And I heard she threw out 2 people wearing strike pins in her audience. So you're trying to erase everything. I think it's not going to work. I think it's going to make her look bad. Sorry, make her look bad. I think it's not going to work well for her. I think it's wrong. No, you've never told me that, Matt. Scott used to do it for a radio station. Did not know that. Who is everyone's favorite radio broadcaster? Obviously, it's so many. That's why anyone. I never knew that. So when he was in the '90s, he was playing Randy Travis, the Judd. Oh, he's playing Winona Judd, probably. Faith Hill, Garth Brooks, Shania Twain. All those folks. Reba. Oh yeah. Was it what was the other one that was big back then? There's a bunch of them big back then. If you're not in it for love, I'm out of here. My voice is really not put together late at night. If you're not in it for love, and they're not very good. Well, the thing that's so wonderful about this now streaming world, things like Tubi, or not Tubi, okay, Tubi and Crackle and BT Her and Clio and all these stations that are now showing the old hits. Pluto TV, they offer you all the old shows. And many of us, I don't watch TV like that, but I mean, when I had a regular job and regular life, a lot of times that's what I turned to was the older shows. I look at my aunt who watched Madlock um and Murder She Wrote and all those, and they're hokey or whatever, or Diagnosis Murder, but they're like you know what you're getting. You have a crime happens and there's some hijinks and you like the characters and there's some sweetness in there and there's some twists and turns and no one really seriously gets hurt, and then the show's over. And you find yourself feeling warm and fuzzy inside. So I don't know. I just think it's kind of that's when they were mentioning Ronnie before he came in, they mentioned Rick Dees. That was somebody they were mentioning for radio, asking where he went. So here's the deal. I know like The View has this whole time said we have no writers, we support them, we miss them, we're writing our own stuff, doing our own research. And The View is not just a talk show like they do. Oh, okay, very good. Supposed to be giving some of his air checks. And they do a lot of political stuff and a lot of news items. So it's kind of I understand with them. I go, okay, View, I get you guys, because news and reality TV stuff that's all exempt, and stuff. Now for the talk, I'd be curious. My cousin's on there. I'm very curious what they're going to do, or how they're going to do this. With Drew, who knows? I don't. Yeah, I don't know what I don't know her deal. But I said I'm a big fan of Drew's, and I've met Drew, and she was wonderful. She could not have been nicer. But I'm disappointed in this. I don't care how it looks bad. It just looks bad. I always people are already turning on already. So it's like, is it worth it? Like, so I don't know the situation. I don't know the story. And here in LA, and I think she's here in LA. I don't know if she's in New York or LA. I can't remember where she's at. Well, both cities don't matter. Both cities are super expensive to live. But I can tell you about LA. A lot of restaurants are closing down. They're not being open. A lot of things are not open. It's expensive here. Gas is expensive. Everything's expensive. And a lot of us are losing money. I'm losing money every day. Losing money. Well, not for what I can't do. And all the actors I'm not having on my shows and all that stuff. I'm losing out. And it's a shame. There's nothing I can do about it. And I support it. I support. Yeah, support. Stop. Oh, she's in New York. Well, same thing. New York is expensive there too. You're not a fan of Judy Shelter with 17 a little bit. Okay. I don't really watch any of these. I mean, I've seen a few of her shows. I don't watch talk shows. The only talk show I watch is The View, basically. I don't watch any of the others. I've seen bits and pieces. Hat Daddy's on TT7. Okay. He's been around for a long time. I thought about you. Yes. I know. Hat Daddy. I'm obsessed with Pluto. What a great idea. We need a Pluto version. That's, if I had the money and the backing, and if people who own soaps just give me their product, I would create a soap net so fast. Oh, I would do it. I know it'd be profitable, folks. I mean, my soap after shows are a hit. So I know people want the old school. They want to reminisce. I mean, on YouTube, you just look at YouTube, any clip from a soap opera that's dead or alive is huge. Um, it's the audience is there, and I know I have people telling me, James, once you start doing the Dynasty after show, I went back and started watching Dynasty. I love it, or I look forward to your Dallas. I never know, because I put shit out there because I want to do it. I never know what people are going to say, and then they tell me, and I'm like, or people come to me, oh my God, I love you from your Right to Live after show. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't know who's listening to whatever. I see the numbers, but I don't always know who's watching or listening. I don't always know. So it's always, so I just know there's an audience out there who really, really wants to talk about their soap opera. And when I have guests on, when I had Jennifer Bassi on from All My Children, people love that shit. They love it. I talked to Susan Banks, who was a writer on Young and the Restless. People love it. I had the guy who played Clarence in Bold and Beautiful stuff. They love it. So people love it. They love it. I do recap Girlfriends still too. I do. Very popular show for me. Pluto has gotten crazy with the ads lately. Oh, they have? They say it all the time with the ads being more frequent or disruptive to try and shelter the show. I've never watched Pluto my entire life. I know it's an app on my TV. I've never ever watched it. Couldn't even tell. I couldn't even tell you. I have no comment on that. What do you think will happen to Ashton and Mila? I'm sad about what they did. I was a fan of both of them, but especially a fan of Mila. I saw their reasoning and stuff. I just, as a survivor of sexual assault, and I didn't go after my perpetrator, and he got away with it, and then he did die. And I'm actually writing a book on that. So one day you might can read the story. I've talked about it in public for things, but I was a victim of violent sexual assault, and you rarely get convictions. It's just the truth. You just rarely do. And so obviously I wasn't there. I don't know what's going on with this Danny Masterson guy, but if everything is true, they say everything is true, then, because I had a friend go to prison. They did a home invasion. Nobody got killed. It was just a home invasion. It's still bad, but it was his first offense. He was young. So I did write a letter on his behalf for that. I felt it was fine. And we came in touch in prison. We're friends. And he's literally turned his life around so much. It's almost comical how straight-laced he is now and well-respected and everything. But I wrote a letter for him. My letter was really phrasing that this was a good kid who got with the wrong crowd. And I do believe he won't do it again. And he really hasn't. So that to me, the line was, it was a home invasion. Yes, and I've been robbed before, stuff too. That's not fun. I get all that, but he showed remorse, and I said, okay. He didn't deny anything, and he took his punches and all that. But this situation is so much more. It's even more serious. And I was like, and yes, it came out. You did it. Then you decided you had to talk about it and say why you did it. It's just like, oh. Not a good look for them either. What this means in the future for them, I have no idea. But it's like, are you a Joan, Maya, Lynn, or Tony? I'm none of them. I can't. I'm not really any of them. I looked at them and I was like, I'm not neurotic like Joan. I'm not a ghetto girl like Maya. I'm not whatever like Lynn, and I'm not Tony. I just love them. I just love them. Dynasty is good, yeah. Girlfriends is just so good. Girlfriends is just, and actually, as I'm watching them and recapping them and looking at them differently now, 20 years later, the show was very ahead of its time for Black shows, and that's why it was #1 on the network. And Kelsey Grammer recently was interviewed about it. He wants to do a reboot or some movie or something. He wants to. Because The Game, which is a spinoff of Girlfriends, went on big fame on BET, and now it's back on list somewhere else. But Girlfriends never came back. So he said he would love to. So I hope they're in talks. I hope they are. I still think it's just kind of funny. I started doing a Girlfriends after show And then like what, 3-4 months later, they announced they're gonna be on Netflix. And I was like, I didn't even know that. I had no idea. I had no idea. So, but I've been enjoying watching them and seeing the nuances of the characters, the writing, itching, the characters, the writing. It's much, there's some silly stuff, but it's much smarter than I remembered. Um, it's like it's they talked about things that we never saw on Black television shows. Um, Living Single did some stuff, but that was very New York. It's very specific, and it's another groundbreaking show. But Girlfriends was very LA and what that entails in LA, and the dynamics of Joan and William working at an basically all white lawyer firm, and what that means, and Maya being her assistant from the ghetto, what that means, and Tony and Joan coming from Fresno and trying, and interracial dating and hair extension. Like they touched on, even William was a Black Republican. They really touched on a lot of stuff, and I thought that's what it is. I still think Soaps missed a big chance. I agree. I mean, Beauty for Ashes, you will not. I agree completely. You will not hear from me anything but agreements. Because we saw during the pandemic, myself and also Alan Locker, and then later Peel Magazine and Entertainment Weekly, we started doing soap interviews. Remember, a lot of you guys found me during the pandemic when I became JLJ Media. After I left AfterBuzz TV and that shut down, I was doing like 5 interviews a day, 5 days a week. And I was completely talking to my soap friends. And Alan Locker was the same thing. He started doing soap reunions. Like we started doing the soap stuff, and we're like, people were like, they were jonesing for it. And during that time period, I was part of the invention of Forever and a Day, an audio soap opera. No one else was doing it back then, and we did it first and put it out. It was a huge hit for us. And then I did Mr. Road, and then I did all this other stuff. So it was very much, it was this huge thing. So so I with Beauty, I agree with you. It's a shame that we didn't get it. Dynasty with Diane Carroll, Few and Joan Collins. Well, they didn't feud. It was their characters feuded, and they totally got along fine. You thought you were Maya. I'm gonna touch it, Johnny. It's funny because like Sex and the City, Living Single, you try to find a person you relate to, and I'm not really any of them. I'm none of them. I'm just kind of like, you like, I'm a Charlotte, I'm a care, I'm none of them. I just watch them. I don't know any of them. I think that people commit these crimes to take advantage of people that love them and are friends with them, and see them in a way not associated with the crime they did. Well, there is the thing of, if Tony Moore committed a crime or Flo Boyce committed a crime, if somebody committed a crime right next to you, my brother committed a crime, you don't stop loving them. You don't just stop whatever. I mean, your brain is there, but when you're in the public eye, there's a whole other world, right? So it just depends. You gotta make a choice. Do you care if people think about you, and you can lose your career by supporting them, or do you support them in silence? It's just all kind of stuff. You're right. Tracy's very killing. No, so Sex and the City came out in 1998. I want to say 98 or 99, 98 or 97, and Girlfriends came out in 2000. So Girlfriends was a 2000 show. Sex and the City was a 90s into 2000 show. They had 6 seasons. So actually, Girlfriends was right. Now, the question you want to bring up is, did Living Single begat Friends? That's because Living Single came first. They're getting attention like the same Friends that came a little later. That's the big thing there. Yes, the award-winning Forever and a Day. And they won the award while they were on my channel. They didn't win the award afterwards. But when they were on my channel, they won the award. So thank you very much. My ISA award. Your family was in Fresno, and I dated somebody from Fresno. So that Reggie Hayes. I have some feelings about him, so I'm not going to say them. But if you ever come to one of my Zooms, ask that question, and I will repeat. I will tell you what I feel. I actually have a connection to him. So I'm not gonna say it on here. I'm not gonna blab it on here. But if you're going to I have a couple of Zooms coming up. There's Soap Zoom and they have Zoom-a-Versary. If you want to hear the tea, I will spill it there. I'm not gonna do it here. I'm not gonna but I will spill the tea to you. So things happen to people, I think, and the one thing I will say in general, how you treat people comes back to you. That's all I gotta say about that. Just like I say, how you treat folks comes back to you. So I think you reap what you sow sometimes. Like I say about that. Speaking of that, I saw that Michael Fairman interviewed Doug Davidson from YNR. He's fine doing an interview. I have not listened to it. A part of me wants to, just because I want to hear what this crazy person has to say. Because he's so just too much. I'm very curious. So I might, while I'm on my trip, I might take a listen and see what he's saying. Don't know. Again, how you treat people, it comes back to you. It does, kids. It does. I swear to God, it does. You gotta be nice to people. Well, that's kind of the whole thing. Well, you guys know, WB and UPN and Fox and stuff built their lives off the backs of Black people and Black viewership. And then when they got popular, they changed. Well, literally, UPN and WB became white and became CW. Like literally. It's not even. I'm not even making anything up. It's literally what happened. So yes, and you can also throw in some female shows in there too, because Buffy and all got ruined too. So I was like, oh, okay. So yes, so a lot of these shows. Again, when girlfriends talked about how they never been on a late night TV show. Tracy Ellis Ross got on one because of Blackish. I think Jill Marie Jones got on two for something else, but they had never been on a late night TV show to promote Girlfriends. And Girlfriends was like the #1 show on the network. Computer. They never were on there. It's like they were never on there. They were never nominated for Emmys. They were never up for anything. And it was GramNet. It was Kelsey Grammer's company. That had nothing to do with it. Even Kelsey talked about that. I mean, I just think there's a lot to be said. A lot to be said. Right? Still, another girls from Living Single. I mean, years later, of course, Queen Latifah got on there somewhere. Kim Fields got on there somewhere for other stuff. Not for Living Single. Kim Coles, not for Living Single. And by then, Arsenio Hall was off the air. So I think if Arsenio Hall was on the air, they would have been on that. But it's a shame. I think it would be the Black shows would have them, the Black hosts would have them on there. And nobody else. They did. I mean, say it's not. I can't even make that up. It's the truth. The proof's in the pudding. I've been on almost 100 minutes. I've been on over an hour and a half. And some of you guys are like ahead of me in time. You guys are up later. It's 11:31 for me. I'm our brothers. It's like 11. I'm like, how long am I going to stay on? I don't know. I still do the shot. Nobody's that. No one's actually giving me. I'm shocked. No one's ever giving me a shot. I'm gonna be safe, I guess, so far. But watch, I get somebody middle of the night watch the show and go, James said he'd do a shot whenever. Ugh, I'll have to. First thing in the morning. I might change it to like champagne or whatever. But maybe I'll do champagne shot or something. Make a mimosa. Do a I have no why do a mimosa with cranberry juice? See, now I'm getting a little hungry, not hungry. So I'm gonna do a poll. The first poll of the evening. Should JLJ eat a 90-calorie snack? 90-calorie snack, piece of cheese, or peanut butter. I can't spell shit. Start the poll. Go ahead and vote. If you're signed in, you can vote. Should I go get a 90-calorie snack, a piece of cheese or two, or scoop out some peanut butter? Let me know I'm curious what you guys have to say. Oh, it went away, came back, went away, came back. Oh, I got 50-50. Up, went away, came back. Oh, it's back. Oh, back. Oh, like it was doing some weird shit. Yeah, Lucy was on Fox. It came back, it wasn't the same. No one's saying cheese. Very interessant. I love cheese. No one's saying it. But now it's 50-50 peanut butter and 90-calorie snack. Yeah, 10 people watch. So I got more watching. So yes, if you're signed in, you can vote. If you're not signed into the app, you can't vote. But I learned that lesson. I was like, oh, that sucks. Like, that sucks. That's not fair at all. Let's go back and forth. I love it. I love it. Oh, it was Fox. It was Fox. So 33.67. Peanut butter is winning so far. This peanut butter I have is so high maintenance. But I think I have a small piece of peanut butter over there I could do. I think I have an idea. So we'll see. 6 votes. We'll wait for a few more votes. Like peanut butter is the hits so far. I have to pack tomorrow. I hate packing. Packing is like my least favorite thing to do. But I have to do it at some point. Don't want to do it. I have to. Peanut butter's good. I mean, I do. I have a 90-calorie dark chocolate peanut butter cup from Atkins. I could do that too, actually. Exactly. That's what I said. Yeah, exactly. They built themselves in the backs of black folks, and then they drop them. It's like, hi. I said, I'm not even making it up. You just look at their history. They're like, I'm not even making it up. Not even making it up. They have a good. They have lists. I love lists. I did a show about lists on my organizing show a couple weeks ago. I love lists. Um, most of my bag, I have most of my bags are pre-packed. I'm even that organized. So usually I can just grab a bag. I try to have everything inside the bag and just like grab it. And I try to grab the bag. So, but I try to myself. But one thing I try to give myself grace. The one thing I always remember to tell people, I'm not. For me, I'm not going to a developing nation or a place that doesn't have stores. I'm going to a place where they have CVS's and I mean, I can get if I'm missing something. I hate to spend the money, but I have to. I can get it. So I tell myself that all the time. If you have to get something, you just go get it. I just forget something on a package trip. Never same thing either. Yeah, I do that too sometimes. I do, like the other day. I was like, it was something I really forgot. I can't believe I figured. But I have a lot of little packs. I actually have done some organizing shows a couple years ago on that. So I have little packets of things that have like they each have a toothbrush. They each have this. Each have it. So I just usually I can just grab one. So I do. Yes. You have a playlist of what you organize, but late my content to watch is like as I come designer text on YouTube. I don't actually. I What's really funny is I have a lot of friends who do all these videos and they do I don't do that for some reason. My life has kind of morphed out of that, which is really funny. I do my organizing show and I give tips, I teach classes, I do all that stuff. I do speaking engagements. I'm doing a speaking engagement in February to the National Association of Professional Organizers of San Diego. Um, I have my business is just totally different than there's so many folks out there doing videos on organizing. And so I let them do it. You guys do it, have a good time. I let them do it. There's just so many of them. And I cheer them on, I share some of them, all that. My approach is very different. And for me, I've been doing organizing longer than a lot of those people. I've been doing organizing since 2009. So we're talking 15 years. I've been in LA 15 years next year. So 14 years I've been doing this. Just to try to get this together. It'll be 15 years instead of December. And so my business is set up differently. So I don't. I don't they'd be like, let me try to fold it that my I do all that. I do interviews, I interview other organizers, I talk about systems, I teach classes, I do trainings, I do speaking engagements. They like my personality, they like what I have to say. So a lot of times that's what I do. But I let all the other folks do all the little whatever. It's because my business is I think I probably would have done more of that stuff if I was solely doing organizing. I'm very different than everybody else. I mean, I have organizing clients, so I'm good. I mean, I'm working. I have clients all the time, but I think because I do also media and I'm also in the entertainment world, it's just very different. And I have a lot of entertainment clients, clearly, right? So I don't. So I don't have. I just don't have that. I just don't have. Yeah, I don't have anything. I get clients easier. So now I have some famous clients. So too. You can live just being here in LA and them knowing me. So it's kind of so my business is very different. But possibly if I wasn't doing entertainment, I might be one of those people who on Instagram post a 3 minute. This is how you fold clothes. I just don't do that. But I've done lives here where I've taken a junk drawer and organized that, and they're very successful. Things like that. So, but I'm more of a speaker, teacher, trainer on some level of other things. Like I did a series on being black in the industry and a series being male in the industry, and those were very successful. My speaking engagement in February is self-care for the organizer. So I'd say it's a whole other side. It's about other sides to organizing, and I do a lot of business talk. I do a lot of self-care talks. That's what I was doing before the pandemic. They like my curriculum about that. I have a whole self-care regimen about that, and so um, I'm more focused on the actual organizer. That's what I do. Now, a book coming out that's like the A to Z's organizing. That's just kind of like a guide of how I think. From A to Z, and that'll be fun. But I'm very much writing. I'm also writing another book about taking care of yourself as an organizer, things that you need to do. Because it's hard when you're organizing, you have 5, 6 clients you're on, and you got to come home and take care of your own shit. It's like, so that's the kind of the parts we talk about. So yeah, so I'm organized. So my organized business has morphed and changed so much. I did organizing Christmas shows at AfterBuzz TV. I mean, I did all kinds of stuff. My life is very different than the other organizers. So I guess 6 votes are all I'm getting. So I'm going to do this because I can. Because I can. Something smells in my house. My trash is smelling. I didn't realize that. So this is a Atkins dark chocolate. I'll do it up here. Peanut butter cup, and they're only right down here. They're only 80 calories. So we're gonna have one. But I don't feel like that peanut butter I have is too high maintenance. Dark chocolate's good for you, right? That's the whole thing, right? My last thing I'm eating for today. It looks like a real, it's like the ones, the dark chocolate peanut butter cups from Trader Joe's, the best. Very silky, smooth, love it. Yummy. Yummy. Mm. I can't believe you guys are up with me. I've been on I've almost been on 2 hours. I can't believe I've been on 113 minutes. So I'm gonna last 2 hours and I'll come off. So next 15 minutes or so, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna probably end this at midnight. So this is something interesting. So I can see, like Ronnie said, like my IG show, this could be something for us late night, late owls who are up. This could be something. I'm thinking about it. And another one. Only 80 calorie shit. This could turn into something. Well, now that I have this, I'm not gonna work on a logo. You know what I mean? I can hear Candace's mouth too. She'll be like, oh my God, there's been another show. The beauty of doing this full time is wonderful. I get to do whatever I want, and I love it. Yeah, we'll see, Ronnie. Yeah, I don't know where this is going. I have no idea, but this to me was successful. I'm gonna say this was successful. This was successful. There's potential in this show, and I'm gonna have it on audio too. I just created an audio page for it. So this could be something. But get ready. I might do a JLJ after dark soon and try that out. So I don't know, kids. This could be something. I'm amazed. I'm at 115 minutes. So I'm gonna wait 5 more minutes to get to 120 minutes or so. And go from there. I have my food journal. Let's talk about that now. This is my latest food journal. It said last count. I weighed myself a week and a half ago, and I am down 10 pounds as of a couple weeks. I don't weigh myself every week or anything. I weigh myself every couple of weeks. So I won't weigh myself again until after my vacation. But I go to a doctor when I get back from vacation too. So I'll get weighed then. But I was down 10 pounds. I can tell my face is getting smaller. I can tell that. My clothes are fitting differently. I'm feeling better in general. I feel so stuffed in my body. It's amazing. This is amazing. I mean, going to the gym, the Flobo, working it out. I'm gonna go to Planet Fitness while I'm on my trip. I'm gonna do it. I've been really taking care of my food situation. I'm creating that habit. So it's been I like it so far. I like the way I don't feel as stuffed in my body. And it feels good. And so I'm keeping this, and it's my second food journal. My other one is my second one, and I'm taking this with me. And it's kind of cool to see where I'm at. Yes, I am kind of. It's kind of like why do you say I'm a network? I do say that. I do use that word. I'm a network. You're right about that. Because I have playlists for shows and things like that. But yes, I'm a network. I am a network, and I'm just filling in programming. It's very true. You're right. It's very true. I'm still working on my website so I can have something also that's very centrally localized. I'd love to have an app one day, JLJ TV or whatever. That's something. But so far, nobody so far. No one's got me do a shot so far. But Films took care of me. Films did $35 tonight in super chats. Thank you so much for that. But I'm like to say I'll do a shot. So why does not happen? But yes. But that might be a thing I'll be doing late nights now. That'd be something like if I do this show again, offer that kind of do a shot thing. Have fun. But 117 minutes. Hey kids, we're down to the last minutes, the last few minutes of the show. Any last questions, words of encouragement, anything going on? Anything to end the night with? My hair. I gotta wash my hair. I gotta wash. I'll take it out for you guys. My hair is just like it is so long. It's so long. I gotta wash my hair. I haven't washed it in a few days. I can feel it too. I need to wash it. I need to detangle it. I need to wash it. My dating life. Yeah, I don't have a dating life, so no, there's nothing to worry about here. Unfortunately, there ain't nothing going on but the rent. You got to have a job if you want to be with me. All I'm growing is my hair and playing in my garden. That's all I do. There is no dating life. I wish. So if I do a JLJ after dark, we'll talk about that. We'll get into that even more. I'll tell you, I'll get into that even more. But no, please. I wish I had a dating life. I wish. It's not happening at all. Nobody wants me, so it's fine. But look at all his hair. I love my hair. I love it. I'm very fortunate. I've been growing my hair 2 years. So I'll take it down for now. For the last bits of the show. I gotta wash. I'll probably wash it tomorrow. Oh my god, look at that. It's crazy. He's like, all right, dating life. I'm like, oh God, I wish. Nobody wants my old fat ass. They don't want me. So I'm just gonna just sit here, and I stopped looking too. I stopped looking. I got off the apps. I stopped looking. I'm not doing nothing. I said, screw it. I guess I'll be alone the rest of my life. Take care of my mother. That's all we're doing. And growing my hair. I haven't decided how long I want my hair to go yet. I haven't decided yet. I do want to do a blowout and have it and see how long it really is. I have to call my hairdresser. I have a couple of hairdresser people who are totally free right now because they can't do their jobs. So I should call one of them and say, I want you to do my hair. I gotta shave the sides again in the back. It's just wild. It's just wild. I look like Frederick Douglass. I like I belong on a quarter. What the fuck's going on here? And some of the curls stayed in. I've been using the best products. Barely. No, I'm not, Ronnie. I'm in my mid-50s. I wish I was barely in my early 50s. I'm in my mid-50s. I wish I was like just turning 50, 51. No, I'm in my mid-50s. Yes. Heading towards the other side. That's where I'm at, heading towards 60. So we're going that direction. I have a daughter turning 36 next month. So yes, I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. I'm like, how did that happen? Shit. And a daughter turning 35 in January. I was like, how do I have kids in their mid-30s? I have a kid almost 40 years old. Shit. That is crazy. And then I have a granddaughter who's 18 years old, and a grandson who's 17, just turned 17. Like, how all that happened? I have no idea. I'm like, that is just too crazy. Well, I've hit 2 hours, kids. Thanks for the experiment with me. We'll see what happens. I don't know. This might be something. This is JLJ this evening live. And I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm going to share it everywhere, see what the numbers are later, and go from there and see what happens. But I love you guys. Thanks for joining me tonight and this experiment.